Let's talk BYU and Cincinnati. That was another highly anticipated game in the Big 12 on Saturday, and BYU was just too much. LJ Martin was just too much. BYU knew that it could run the ball down the throats of Cincinnati. And here's a data point that should tell you exactly what BYU thought of this Cincinnati defense. In the third quarter, BYU had 20 plays. 15 of them were on the ground. Their time of possession in the game was 2-1. They knew that they could go out there and they could run it down the throats of Cincinnati and they could wear them down. And that's exactly what they did. And LJ Martin had a career game, 228 rushing yards, a couple of touchdowns, and they just put that exclamation point on the game late. They could have kneeled it down and left Cincinnati with a 20-14 win. And I know this will get some online controversy. You know what? Style points matter, okay? The committee can tell you whatever it wants about how style points don't matter. Style points matter. Style points make a difference. 26-14 on the road is a lot better than eking out with a 20-14 win. And when you're the Big 12, guess what? You better get some style points. So I hope that Cincinnati fans aren't upset by that. I hope that Scott Satterfield wasn't upset by that after the game, because they should understand that this is really about the Big 12 and the Big 12 getting a couple of teams in. And when you're BYU, and in the last week of college football playoff rankings, you were listed as the first team out, and Utah was the second team out. On behalf of the conference, I think BYU owed it to the rest of the league to try to, frankly, not run up the score, but get the extra score, make it look like a better win, and see if they can get their way into a college football playoff. I have no issue with that. At first, I was like, what are you doing, guys? I mean, you covered the spread. I was happy with the 2.5. All right, I bet BYU minus 2.5, so I was fine with that. They already had the cover. It wasn't about that, obviously. Not that I would ever allege it would have been about that with someone like Kalani Sitake. But then I'm like, okay, college football playoff. Got to make your presence felt. Committee can say this stuff doesn't matter. I don't buy it for a second. They're human beings. They're looking at these games. They're looking at these scores. And 12 points is a lot better than 6. And Cincinnati just had too many missed field goals, right? Missed opportunities. Early on, the fans were all into that game at Nippert Stadium. And as the game went on, the fans were taken out. There just wasn't the juice to these games, or to this game in particular, that there was early in the game. I mean, the fans just were completely taken out of it emotionally. And you could sense it. And there was a little bit of a comeback when they cut it down to a one-score game in the second half, but that was really it. You did not get the emotion. You did not get the enthusiasm from that crowd, from that stadium, that you got in the first half of the game. So it was something that I was watching very closely, analyzing, looking at, and saying, okay, Cincinnati just felt like a team that was not going to be able to make this comeback. And the BYU defense was just too much for them. You combine the offense of Bear Bachmeier, you take that Bachmeier offense, you combine it with LJ Martin in the rushing game, and you've got an amazing 1-2 punch here. Bear Bachmeier is getting more confidence. He's getting also just better as a true freshman. And you combine LJ Martin being totally healthy, and you've got an incredible winning formula on your hands here. It's just absolutely amazing to watch these two guys combine it with that defense. You've really got something special going there. I believe that this is a playoff team, a playoff-worthy team. There's no doubt about it in my mind. They are a team that should be in the college football playoff. Now, they just got to finish the job. Listen, they should be able to do it, okay? They've got, who do they have to wrap up the season? UCF to wrap up the season. Then a Big 12 championship game, and you got to at least keep it close against Texas Tech. You can't get blown out again, or they'll find a reason to leave BYU out of the college football playoff. And as for Cincinnati, listen, it's eerily similar to last year. The schedule was backloaded. It was difficult, and what happened? they faltered down the stretch. And that's what you're seeing again from the Cincinnati team. As they play some of their best competition, they are coming up well short. There's still work to do. Is this team better than last year's team? Yes. Is it college football playoff contender worthy? It's not there yet. It's just not. Pete Mundo on Heartland College Sports Weekly, part of heartlandcollegesports.com. If you're a fan of this league, of any of these teams, of college football, and you want to know more about this conference, make sure you're subscribed right now to the channel.